Hi Nigel, I'm just a little bit confused. The other day on a podcast you said you don't need the BBC anymore. And yet here's Zia on BBC's Question Time. So maybe you do need it. In fact, and it went into your favour, didn't it? Because Darren Jones made that stupid comment. And whilst I think his apology / explanation is quite poor, he has actually retracted what he said. But on that same Question Time, Zia Youssef actually claimed that you had never said anything about going towards an insurance-based NHS service. Yet the video evidence would suggest that maybe you also need to issue an apology / explanation. Now, you might be surprised to learn, Nigel, I agree with you. This is probably a political move by the Tories as opposed to a real call for an investigation. However, I do think there is a need for an investigation around how Reform data harvest, like TfL Watch over on X, which is actually just Reform Watch, or all the petitions you've asked people to sign, or give us your email, but it's never explicit that you're actually just going on your database. So maybe there should be an investigation. There seem to be increasing problems with your councillors, Nigel. I know the local press are getting a little bit narked, understandably so, Nigel, because rather than Doge going in and saving money, Reform failing to vet their councillors properly has already cost the council £52,000. Though it's great to see, don't you think, the press being slightly more forensic with their scrutiny of Reform now? Though to be fair, you're not coming out very well under that scrutiny. Here's some of the Welsh politicians ridiculing for your ideas about the coal mines. And they're not the only ones that think your ideas are frankly ludicrous. But it is fascinating how you've changed from we will open some coal mines, we will get the blast furnaces working again, now to, well, it's an ambition. Like, I've got an ambition to win the lottery, but I'm not asking people to vote on whether that's going to be something that's going to happen to me or not. Maybe you should spend less time worrying about the spending review that Labour have just put out and actually reflect on your own thoughts around the economy. Anyway, listen, I won't keep you. Huge congrats on your TikTok following. And I think it's fair to say you have been way ahead of the curve of the other politicians for understanding the power of social media, or in your case, understanding that Ofcom doesn't actually regulate your lies on here. And I guess it just highlights the hypocrisy as you're politically grooming young men saying that you're the answer, whereas in reality, you're actually the problem. Anyway, good chats as you were.